Chapter 440, It's a Small World. This chapter is updated by Novels.pl. On the street of the 31st city, there were many warriors riding tall savage beasts. They wore thick armor, with huge swords hanging at their waists and bags on their backs. Some of them had bloodstain on their armors. It seemed that they had just returned from their missions. This was the gathering place for the most powerful mercenaries in the eastern region. Every large-scale mercenary group had its stronghold in the city to receive and pass on tasks. The Silver Sky Mercenary Group wasn't the top-ranking mercenary group in the eastern region. Its history only spanned several decades, incomparable to the top groups that had been operating for thousands of years or even tens of thousands of years. From the commander to the ordinary mercenary, the vast majority of them were young. The eldest one was no more than 60. Yet, the young group had quite the reputation in the eastern region. That was because they only accepted genius mercenaries, with the weakest one among them being a three-realm fighting genius. Moreover, the reputation value of the group was extremely high. In the mercenary union, it was enough to rank in the top 5. For a mercenary, reputation was the most important thing. No matter how powerful a mercenary was, no one would hire one without a reputation. The commander of the group, Sylvan Moon, was a beautiful and talented person blessed with extreme luck. Though she wasn't a saintly being, she was on par with one. Her cultivation had reached the 9th change in the fish-dragon realm. She might very well end up being the youngest half-saint in the eastern region. 2 deputy commanders served under her. One of them was Nihonglu. Despite his young looks that made him look 20, Nihonglu was already 42. His eyebrows were like green peaks, his eyes were like cold stars, and his nose was like a dangling gallbladder. He was very handsome. He was clean without a speck of dust or a single stain on his clothing. His gestures and movements demonstrated a chic and elegant noble temperament. Presently, he, Lu Yi, and Zhang Yuochen were seated in a luxurious and elegant room on the 2nd floor of the Kongyi Tower. They were sitting in a different direction, calmly tasting the wine. Lu Yi, who was the disciple of Sword Sanctum, was under Lu Yukai's orders to welcome Zhang Yuochen. He was a master in the first change in the fish-dragon realm. He put down his glass and asked curiously, "Mr. Zhang, I heard from the presbyter that you're going to hire a top master. Is it just for dealing with the blood spirit?" Zhang Yuochen nodded. "Dealing with the blood spirit is one reason. I want a master around me for protection at all times." Lu Yi looked like understanding finally dawned on him. Now, everyone knew that Zhang Yuochen had swallowed the dragon pearl and he was Buddha Emperor's descendant. There would certainly be many who wanted to kill him. It was reasonable that he wanted to hire a top-level mercenary to protect him. Nihonglu grinned. The blood spirit isn't simple. It must have combined large amount of half-saint's light. It's stronger than some masters in the 7th change in the fish-dragon realm and has the potential to be a half-saint. I can't kill her on my own. Lu Yi frowned. If even the deputy commander Ni can't kill her, we can only ask for half-saint's help. Only he can kill her for sure. Nihonglu smiled. That's not for sure. If Mr. Zhang can pay a price high enough, I can even invite the commander of Sylvan Moon Group. If she's willing to help, I have every confidence that we'll kill the blood spirit. Lu Yi was shocked when he heard the name of commander of Sylvan Moon Group. It's said that the commander had learned the martial arts of 100 families and observed 18 volumes of the half-saint's sacred glyph, and her cultivation is infinitely close to the half-saint realm. It's not difficult for her to kill the blood spirit if she's willing to help. How much money should I pay for her help? Zhang Yuochen. The more powerful the mercenary was, the higher the price would be. He would need a huge amount of spiritual crystals to hire a strong warrior like Sylvan Moon for just one day. Nihonglu smiled. It's hard to say. The commander doesn't do business according to the routine. Once, she helped a beggar to kill the descendant of the half-saint family for a silver coin. However, she also asked for 100 million spiritual crystals and scared off the deacon of St. Xigentry. I can't promise you now. I can only help you tell the commander. I'm not sure if she'll be willing to help. All right. I'll go with you to the Silver Sky Mercenary Group, Zhang Yuochen said. Though he trusted the mercenary to help him relay his request, he still wanted to visit the Silver Sky Mercenary Group personally. In particular, he wanted to meet the commander and see what kind of talent she was. A monk who could become the youngest half-saint of the Eastern region couldn't be a simple person. If she could successfully reach the half-saint realm in such a short amount of time, she would reign superior to even the 6 great kings of the new generation. Who wouldn't want to meet such a figure? Lu Yi had other things to deal with, so he took his leave first. Before he did so, he told Zhang Yuochen that he could be found in the branch gang of the Sword Sanctum in the 31st city if he was in trouble. Zhang Yuochen thanked him and went to the Silver Sky Mercenary Group with Ni Honglu. Swoosh. There was a blue stone lane in the 31st city. A streak of spiritual blood gushed out of the crevice between the 2 stone slabs on the ground. The spiritual blood rose up and condensed into the body of the Blood Spirit Queen. With her exquisite bare feet, she stood on a cloud of blood fog 1 meter above the ground. She had a graceful figure, ample bosom and hips, and a wonderful body curve. With her long blood-red hair, she emanated an icy cold aura. Zhang Yuochen actually wants to hire a mercenary to deal with me. I must find a way to deal with him in advance, she said to herself. A blood spirit's strength lay in concealment. Even if Zhang Yuochen had a level 41 spiritual power, he might not be able to find her. Earlier, she had been in the hiding as she eavesdropped Zhang Yuochen's conversation with Ni Honglu. Tap, tap. There were sounds of footsteps. A blue-robed man carrying a 2-meter-long wide knife appeared in the small alley. He lowered his voice and said, Zhang Yuochen has gone to the Silver Sky Mercenary Group. You're dead once he has Sylvan Moon's help. Now you need allies to go with you to the Silver Sky Mercenary Group and kill Zhang Yuochen. Blood Spirit Queen's eyes turned cold. Who are you? Dark Blue Emissary stared at her and said slowly, I'm your ally. You think you're qualified? Blood Spirit Queen sneered and disappeared from where she stood. She turned into a bloody wave and rushed to Dark Blue Emissary with a palm strike. Dark Blue Emissary's body bulged as if there was wind billowing his clothes. The genuine chi gushed out of his body and rapidly spun around his body, forming a circle. Standing inside the circle of the genuine chi, he threw a punch at Blood Spirit Queen and hit the center of her palm. Boom. They took 3 steps backward at the same time before they regained their footing. Amazing. You're not weaker than me. Who are you? Blood Spirit Queen asked. Dark Blue Emissary flexed his wrist and smiled. I'm Dark Blue Emissary, one of the 7 kills emissary of the Black Market Excellence Hall. Blood Spirit Queen, our young master is in the 31st city. He's very interested in you and wants to help you kill Zhang Yuochen and destroy the Silver Sky Mercenary Group. Do ye? Blood Spirit Queen said. Correct. Blood Spirit Queen sneered. Help me? Di had his heart dug out by Zhang Yuochen. He wants to kill Zhang Yuochen more than I do. If anyone's helping, it's me. Besides, it's not hard to kill Zhang Yuochen. Why does he need to involve the Silver Sky Mercenary Group? Dark Blue Emissary smiled. There's no harm in telling you. Sylvan Moon is a renegade of the black market. The young master has come to the 31st city to kill her. Zhang Yuochen's appearance is just a coincidence. Perhaps this is just a small world. Since that's the case, the young master decides to take this opportunity to kill him as well. Thoughts raced in Blood Spirit Queen's mind. She had to admire the intelligence network of the black market. They knew when Zhang Yuochen had come to the 31st city and how to find her. When she was eavesdropping on Zhang Yuochen's conversation, perhaps the master of the black market was also watching her secretly. She felt chilled to core just thinking about having people control her every movement. I'll first cooperate with Di to get rid of Zhang Yuochen and regain the half-saint's light, Blood Spirit Queen thought.